This is a video on baby carriers. It is a mom-specific video that I've been asked about so many times. If you're not a mom, we'll see you tomorrow because this isn't going to be very exciting for you. I'm just going to tell you about my carriers because everyone is always like, you have so many carriers, what's your favorite? Why do you like this one versus that one, etc. Say, I just woke up from my nap way too early. But that's okay, right? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. Okay, do you mind hanging out over here while Mom talks? Good? No, not good. Okay, good. So we have 2 Artipop carriers, an Ergo, and then we actually have 2 wild bird carriers as well. So that's like 5 carriers, which is a lot for one baby. Here's the situation. This Artipop was going to be my only carrier. It was bought for me by my sister-in-law. I bought my sister and my sister-in-law their Artipops for their babies. My sister-in-law bought me mine. I feel like when you get pregnant, you're like, I need an Artipop. If you care about that, that's just something that I care about. Don't judge. Anyway, I was like, I need it. That's just kind of what it was. And so this was the one that I chose. I really wanted the yin yang, but Ben was like, I don't want to wear that around. So we ended up going with the houndstooth. That's that. I'm just first going to touch on how I got them all, and then I'll talk about what I like about each one of them. Hi, Bubba. Then Artipop so kindly gifted me the yin yang. Hi. So then I had 2 Artipops. Then this isn't the one, the other wild bird's downstairs. Wild bird gifted me the kind of brown colored carrier that you've seen me wear. And then I personally, the only carrier I've ever bought for myself was this Ergo. So then I bought this Ergo. And then wild bird just recently actually gifted us another carrier. This is Ben's favorite carrier and has always been. He likes the wild bird. Their carriers are so like, hi babe. Carriers are so specific to your body and what you like. Like, I really like the feeling of an H-back, whereas Ben really likes the feeling of a crossback. So it's not one size fits all. You kind of have to go through some carriers to see what you like. You don't have to go through carriers. Like, that's such a silly thing for me to say. But like, I found that I had to find the one that I really loved. So this is what happened. I had these 2 Artipops and I was like, perfect, I don't need another carrier. This is amazing. I didn't even need 2, I just needed 1. They're both cashmere silk. There's a bunch of different fabric options that you can get on Artipop. The cashmere silk is a very heavy material. So if you live in a place where it's warm, this is too hot. I'm just telling you now. So I would recommend going with like linen or a much lighter material, something cotton. You good? So I had James in April. It's just now the fall. I could not wear them in the summer. So I will probably start to wear my Artipops more now that it's becoming a little bit cooler outside. But my summer is too hot to wear these like hot carriers. So that's that. That's why I don't really love my Artipops. I also really like an H-back, but I didn't know that until I bought the Ergo. Like a crossback's fine, but I love the Artipop. I really do. Just, I don't like that. It kind of feels like the baby's pushing the waist belt. I don't know. It's weird. I just don't love the waist belt on the Artipop, but it is a beautiful carrier. It's great. It's just like not my favorite. However, it is the most beautiful. So if I was attending an event or a wedding or something with James and I had to have her on and I wanted it to be stunning, Artipop all the way. The wild bird, I liked when she was really little, but I find it doesn't have enough head support for what I'd like. When she's napping, I don't want to have to like hold her head. I want to be able to just like do my stuff, and the Artipop has great head support. The wild bird, I don't find has that, but it was linen, and so I started to use it a lot in the summer because I only had these really heavy ones and I had been gifted the linen and I was like, amazing. Then I needed something more secure so that I could do more with her on me, and I wanted something super light. So my sister has an Ergo and she convinced me to get it, and now it's my favorite carrier. I call this the Swiss Army knife of carriers because it can kind of do it all. I bought the 360, I want to say, mesh version because it was very airy and light, and I was looking for something that was breathable and light for the summer. Yeah. It could do crossback or it could do H-back. H-back just means, if anyone was wondering what's happening here, instead of crossing over your back, it goes like this. So it's like an H. It has a built-in, as you just saw me put away, sun protector. So you can put it over their head. I also really like to have... I also love it because I find even if it's not in the sun, it's a distraction helper. So like when you're trying to put them to bed and it's really exciting around you and like they won't go to bed because they're looking around and there's too much stim, just you can put it on and it really will like cover their eyes and cover them and put them in like a cozy little dark spot that they won't be as distracted and go to bed easier. What else about this, James? What do we love about it? I find with an H-back, a lot more of the weight goes on your waist rather than your shoulders. I carry my like tension and stress in my shoulders, so I don't like when there's a lot of pressure on them. I would prefer the pressure to be on my hips and waist. And Ben's the other way around. He carries it in his lower back, so he'd prefer the pressure to be on his shoulders, and that's why he likes a cross back, because a cross back puts a lot of pressure on your shoulders. This has great head support, so you know, that's something that I was really looking for. Has a little like pouch here that attaches. I never use it, but if you're on like a hike or something, you could like put all your little valuables in there and have a great little pouch, which I love. These are great little pockets. It fits my phone, so I put my phone in there. And I also really love the way that the Ergo front carries. So if you're into front carrying, which we do, I find it's really easy and also really comfortable for her. My sister has tried front carrying in her Artipop, and she has the Ergo, and she's like, no, she does not like it. She doesn't think that her baby's comfortable. I've never actually tried, but I don't like that there's not a hip change, like there's no hip changing. I'm not sure if you move the buttons because I haven't really looked into it, but anyway, I just like that it's easy to go from front to back carry with the Ergo because it just has this like sliding system. Sorry, my finger's still messed up. I just have to give it some air. So you like just slide it over for front carry, and then you slide it over for back carry, and it will like adjust the hip size for them accordingly. Based on how tall your baby is, you adjust how wide the seat is. That's basically it. Like this is my favorite carrier. That's the answer. This is what I gravitate towards the most. This is what I use the most. It's not the cutest. Artipop is definitely cuter, but I find that I really like it, and this is what I go for. The wild bird Ben loves, but he also doesn't mind just holding her head every time that they have a nap, because he's usually just working, so he'll just like work with one hand and hold her, and like I'm doing stuff. I'm up and about. So I find that I need to, hi babe, yeah, mommy's gonna be 2 more minutes, okay? I find that I need both hands because I'm like doing the laundry or like cooking or doing something that I'm like, I need to be hands-free. I feel like I never really gave the Artipop a true shot because she was so little when I stopped having to use them, because like you can't have a baby in a hard carrier for, I don't even remember, like things, you block out everything, you like know everything so specifically when they're little, and then you block everything out. Like I don't remember when they transitioned to a hard carrier. Is it 12 weeks, like 3 months or something? And like it was already hot out, so I only used it really, both of them, a handful of times. I might get back into using them now that it's becoming colder, as I said, because like the fabric is so beautiful, like the softest experience, and I'm sure she would love it, and I feel like it would be really cozy in the winter. Like I'm excited. I'm gonna use them. Just like right now, up until this point in our life, the most useful, best carrier is the Ergo, and it's the only one that wasn't sent to me. As I said, Ben prefers the wild bird. I think he'll actually prefer the Artipop when it starts to get colder, because he really likes that shape of carrier. However, he really likes that the wild bird, this is what I was talking about, the seat sits halfway through the waist belt. I don't know if you can see that. It like comes to halfway, so there's not a lot of pressure like that feels like the waist belt's being pulled down, whereas the Artipop's at the top of the waist belt, so it's kind of like it's like being pulled. That's just like one tiny nitpicky thing. They all have seat adjustments for how big they are. Like the Artipop in here, you can move around the buttons based on how tall they are. That's in every carrier. Okay, she needs me. But yeah, that's it. I feel like I rambled a lot. I've tried ring singing many times, and I just can't figure out a way that's comfortable for both of us. I really want it to work because she's really liking like kind of like a hip carry lately, and I feel like it'd be really great, a really great option for us, but I just can't figure it out. I think I will figure it out, just haven't gotten there yet, so I can't speak to ring slings. The only other like carrier that we have is our backpack, which is Osprey, which we love. We adore. I think it's the Poco Light, which isn't that exciting, but she loves it, we love it. Love a backpack. It just like switches things up, you know, like if you're doing front carry and you're like, okay, we need to go for a walk, you really don't want to be in the stroller right now, but you want to be like carried, and you don't want to do like, sorry, I have something in the oven and the timer just went off, and you don't want to have so much weight on your like body, because I don't know, the backpack carries in such a different way. It's fun to have her in the backpack, and she like can see, and she's up and she's looking around. Don't worry, mommy's done. You're so great. Oh, you have the hiccups right now, don't you? Every baby loves a phone. That's it. So yeah, and you love the Ergo. I can tell. Like when she's on me, she's very rested and comfortable. So that's that. We love being put in a carrier, right? Okay, kiss him. Kiss him.